Have you been feeling concerned, even frightened at what's happening in the world today? Have you been feeling isolated and alone? And would you like to be able to connect with other people who are also concerned? Do you long to be a part of the solution, but you're uncertain and overwhelmed even about what your part could be? If any of these are true for you, you are a part of a very large group of women, and honestly, people of all genders, who realize that the trajectory that we've been on of this exploitative and extractive way of relating to our earth and even to each other is bringing us to the brink of ecological disaster and sowing conflict and even war among us. Fortunately, more and more of us are waking up. We know that we have to step up and show up in new ways that challenge our complacency and that foster our greater leadership. At the same time, we do not want to recreate domineering forms of leadership that have been with us for centuries. And we know that part of our task is to forge new forms of leadership, feminine leadership based in feminine sovereignty. We know that we cannot do this alone and that our strength and influence are heightened when we come together. We understand that the outer reflects the inner and that the individual and the collective are intimately and forever intertwined. For those of us that are white or cis or heterosexual or economically advantaged, we're ready to grapple with any blind spots that our privilege creates. And we want to be able to use our privilege in order to help transform and resolve the inequities of our world. We need to step out of polarized conversations and our small-mindedness and realize and act with the knowing that we are truly in this together. If this resonates with you, I invite you to join us for Women Evolving Our World, Feminine Sovereignty, Leadership, and the Right Use of Power, coming up October 7, 8, and 9. I'm Maggie Ostara, the organizer and the host of this event, which features more than 18 women evolving our world in many different ways through different perspectives, professions, and practices. Each of our presenters has been on her own evolutionary journey to grow herself and her adeptness in her chosen field. The conference features the work and the wisdom of these women, loosely organized around the 8 pillars of feminine sovereignty, which I developed over 2 decades of personal and professional development with hundreds of clients and thousands of students. This structure guides us through the developmental process we need to become sovereign of our own lives and sovereign stewards of our great planet. The pillars present a spiraling path from personal development to participation in the outer world that inevitably spirals back inside to our own personal development as we continue to become bigger, have more visibility, and make a greater impact. The first 4 pillars support our evolution on the inner landscape: spiritual connection, emotional wisdom, physical vitality and embodiment, and energetic mastery. Here, we clear out outdated patterns and stuck emotions. We build our stamina and our resilience, and we integrate all that we are. Pillar 5 is the fulcrum point when we begin to turn outward and we focus on our purpose and our contribution to the greater whole. Pillars 6 through 8 guide us out into the outer world in our relationship with others through excellent communication, mutually beneficial collaboration, and a benevolent attitude and actions toward all beings, humanity, our companion species, and of course, our beautiful planet. In contrast to most telesummits today that feature an overwhelming number of talking heads, this virtual conference will be live with plenty of time for participants to engage with our presenters in a variety of ways. We will co-create a dynamic, engaging, and connecting experience for us all, as well as one that is rich, stimulating, informative, and inspiring. We encourage you, if you can, to set aside these 3 days so you can immerse yourself in new ways of being and perceiving, as this will best support your evolutionary journey. However, you do not need to attend every session, and you'll be able to participate whenever it works for you. We've included times for rest and rejuvenation into the schedule to support your integration and well-being. We're also providing a Slack account through which you can connect with participants and presenters to further your sense of community and connection and to support your integration and transformation. After you register, we'll be providing you with valuable content to stimulate your thinking, cultivate your inner knowing, open your heart, and help you get the most out of this event. If you live in a different time zone or cannot attend the entire event live, conference recordings will be available for purchase. We'll be making these available as soon as possible so that you can catch up if you miss a session, even in the same day. We're reaching out and inviting you to join hands and to stand shoulder to shoulder as we engage with the ways we need to grow individually and collectively to meet the way the world is calling us to show up and grow into feminine, sovereign beings and wise and benevolent stewards of our great planet. Register now, and I'll see you on the other side.